my shorts.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Dave Lee Down Under podcast. I am of course your host, Dave Lee, and this is episode number, let me get it right here, 35? 35! Woo! 35 shows. Crazy. It is crazy to me every week. Another episode down.
Closing into a year? Closing in on a year.
Closing in on a year, yeah.
Although, still a few weeks. But
I know. I can't hear you very well. I thought I had you muted.
Hello?
There you go.
There we go.
Yeah, I know. Well, we started in last August. I think, actually, this time last year we recorded the pilot. So, if you include the pilot, it's 36 episodes. But 35.
And that was a couple of weeks before we started.
Yeah, it was like a month before. Anyway, you can join me every single Monday on the podcast. Goes out on all podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible. The visual element is also available to review on YouTube. That goes out on the Monday as well, except if you're a Patreon supporter, you can get that 2 days earlier. So head to patreon.com/Dave Lee Down Under if you'd like the early access on the Saturday. It's as little as $1 a month.
Cheapy!
That's a cheap one. Yeah, as little as that. You can pay more if you want.
Oh, yeah.
You can pay me $1,000 a month if you like.
That'd be nice.
That'd be beautiful. Oh.
And pay me some too while you're at it.
You can pay him some too. You can add the old mate Rick fund. Yeah. You can find me. Oh yeah, the video podcasts are on a new channel now. So they migrated to their own channel. It's a second channel, Dave Lee Down Under podcast channel. Still doesn't have its own URL, but once I get the subscribers up, it'll be youtube.com/Dave Lee Down Under
Gotta
podcast,
get the
something like that.
up.
Gotta get the subs up. Gotta get the view time up so I can start monetizing the podcast again. At the moment, not making anything out of this.
No,
So
losing money on it.
we're funding the podcast through the Patreon. So if you'd like to support us just in a little way, money from the Patreon goes back into podcasts and whatever else I'm doing at the time. All goes back into the channel. If you can find me over on YouTube, of course, Dave Lee Down Under. That's the main channel. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram. I'm always posting shit. So if you want just a little bit extra,
Some of it is shit.
it is always shit. If you want just a little bit extra of that shit, you can head over. You can follow me on all those things. There's links
Maybe
down
I
the
should
bottom.
start posting shit on your...
People
Yeah,
always,
and there'll be
people,
some real shit.
Yeah, I know. People keep asking, has old mate Rick got this? Has he got that? Has old mate Rick got a letterboxd?
No, he hasn't.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's an old man. He's not used to all this technology shit.
Yeah. Well, if you want to write into the show, you can shoot an email at daveleepod@gmail.com or just Twitter me or Instagram, whatever. If you're listening on the podcast platforms, please leave a review and a rating. It helps.
Only good ratings, though.
Only the good ones.
Yeah, only good ones.
We got a new good rating this week.
Did we?
Yeah.
Should I get letterboxed?
I don't know, it's up to you. If you can be asked logging everything you watch, you could. I enjoy it.
That.
But you gotta log everything.
Oh.
You don't have to write a review. You can just log it, like say, "Yep, I watched this, done," and that puts it in the log.
Yeah, but I don't watch anything that you don't watch.
Well, you
That's
do.
why I don't do it, because...
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff I watch you don't watch.
Yeah, it's true.
So you have
Maybe I
your
should
own-
look at it.
Yeah. All you need to do is just go in. You go logged, done. Yeah,
I have to sit with you and you have to show me how to use it.
it's easy. I've had a few people ask if you had it.
All right, I'll have a look at it.
Have a look. Yeah, we did get a good review this week. Regular Man wrote another review. I have a feeling Regular Man wrote a review a few weeks ago, and because he's written a new one, it's like negated the old one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the old one's gone. But anyway, Regular Man wrote in. Well, he wrote a review on Apple. Always a treat to listen to, featuring sound effects that both pleasantly surprise and scare me every time. Thank you, Regular Man. Appreciate it. Oops. There we go again.
You know who's going to hate that.
Yeah. World's worst manager, Wacko Jacko.
Yep.
He hasn't been complaining.
Self-appointed.
Yeah, self-appointed. He hasn't been complaining that much this week.
Hasn't he?
No. But he keeps telling me he needs to have a meeting with me.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Big trouble.
I know. Have a little sip here.
Wonder what that's all about.
Don't know. I keep saying, Chop, where are these stickers? He's telling me he's making stickers so we can start selling some stuff on a web store.
He probably just wants to sit and have a drink.
Probably. We can't at the moment. It's lockdown times.
That's right.
We're still in lockdown. And we got extended by another week.
Bastards.
I know.
Well. Got to do what we got to do.
It happens.
It's not great for small business and shit, but
no.
Hopefully in the long run it's good. Short-term pain, long-term gain.
Well, the numbers aren't going up like exponentially, so
yeah,
it's like 4 here, 4 there, with like 50,000 people being tested a day.
Yeah, so that's good.
So it's looking good.
That's good.
I didn't actually say, of course, old mate Rick's joining me again.
Of course he is.
Yep, as always.
Can't get anybody else.
No.
Because we're in lockdown. Yeah. Can't everybody here.
I know.
That's the problem.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
No, well.
But yeah, so lockdown still, everything's been in disarray. Had some film screenings we were supposed to go to and they all got cancelled.
Yeah. There was one you went to that got cancelled and you got last minute.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to say anything about that.
No, we're not saying what it is.
Yeah. Well, deduction. Case of deduction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there were a couple that we were supposed to go to and we ended up being able to view the films anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
The studios were able to figure that out for us. We'll talk about one of them soon, actually. Yeah. But yeah, so it has thrown everything into disarray a little bit, but everything's working itself out, and I mean, we're used to it at this point. Yeah. Crazy times.
Just, same old.
Yeah. I know. We were supposed to go to Conjuring last week, and then because it's only Melbourne that's locked down, you see all the other states are going to the screenings, and I saw people posting pictures from like from the Sydney screening. So the Conjuring, they had the Annabelle doll, and they were like posing with the Annabelle doll, and shit looked awesome. I was like, damn, man, that'd be so cool. Unfortunately, not.
That would have been good.
Yeah, I know.
Got to buy one of them. Just stand it in the corridor. It'll scare the shit out of your mother.
I know.
And no one our luck. It'll be one with an attachment.
Yeah, it'll be one that's haunted.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep it in one of the IKEA cabinets and put like a sign on, do not open. Don't open this cabinet, please. You can get them though.
That'd be funny.
Pop Culture sells them.
Full size?
Yeah, I think so. You can get like a scaled back one, but you can also get a full sized one. Let's have a look. Annabelle. I was looking the other day.
God, a creepy looking thing.
I know. There's a 18-inch replica which is 140, and then the life-size one is $700.
Oh, God. Does it say how big that is?
Let's have a look. It's 1/1 scale. That's all it says. 40-inch tall.
Wow.
As opposed to 18-inch. Jeez, that's huge.
So that makes it about 40 inch?
40 inches.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, massive. Well, yeah, because it's big in the film, isn't it? It's like a massive doll. Yeah, the one I saw them taking pictures with at that premiere was just, I think, one of the small ones.
You didn't even stand in here and the head would just be sitting above the table.
I don't think so. 4 interest-free payments of $175 with Afterpay. There you go. Well, we haven't...
expensive scares.
I know. Haven't watched a huge amount this week. I've been trying to get through my catalogue titles that I need to review.
Not a lot going on in general this week.
Well, no. You'll see. I think it's going to be a short show this week because there's not been any news really or anything like that. So it's just been one of those weeks.
Flat week.
Don't know what's going on. I feel really tired and just the weather's changed. Yeah. It's got really cold all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. Well, depends on what part of the world you are.
Well, yeah. But
what
here...
you consider really cold.
Well, yeah. Well, it was 1 degree when I woke up the other morning.
Yeah, but,
And it had the feels
you're
like...
You're like in Scandinavia.
The feels like was like
-2.
Yeah, but relatively. Relative.
For us.
It's like, geez, cold. But yeah, it's just one of them weeks. So I've stepped away from my pile of movies that I need to be watching. Of course, I've got my pile of like 200 discs that I need to watch. just like catalog titles that I've just never got around to watching. Been trying to get through them, but then of course all this stuff comes in from the distributors, and then that takes priority. And I've just had 17 more titles come in today.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which I need to go through. So I'm going to be away from my pile for like another month.
Oh, my God.
I reckon if I had not been getting all these like titles from distributors, I would have got through that pile really quickly. But that's all right. Keep the stuff coming in. Gives me more shit to watch. It's awesome. Yep. What was I going to say?
There's more shit to store too.
Yeah, I know. I'm running out of space now. Well, we finally logged all, because we've got multiple sections of the collection. And then there's this one section which is like the movies that we will watch on like a Friday, a Saturday, Sunday night, which is like more recent stuff, and then up to like maybe 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, exactly.
So not like old stuff, like the movies that I'm watching from like the 80s and 90s, or back and further back. We finally logged them into Letterboxd on a watch list. It's 400 odd of them.
Shit.
I know, it's crazy.
There's a few.
There's a lot. But we've been plugging through it.
We got it down a little bit though, and then we got more shit.
Well, yeah, we did. We're making real good progress. And then that JB Hi-Fi sale, and we bought literally a full shelf worth of titles.
So what, we get 40 or 50 or something?
Yeah, it was like 60-something titles in the end.
Jesus.
I think. Some of them were catalogue ones, so it's probably like 50 newish titles. Literally a full shelf on one of those cabinets out there is the new stuff. Because we've got the top shelf, we put the new releases, so ones we've recently bought.
Yeah.
And then we usually try and get through them first, and then we trickle back down
into the older stuff.
Yeah. And we were actually making good headway with the older stuff, and then the JB sale went bang. So we start all over again.
Always the way.
Oh, well. It's the fun of it.
Yep.
Exactly. One day they'll stop physical media and we'll have no...
Well, it's heading that way.
Oh, it's looking like it's happening very soon.
Because there was a JB store, wasn't it, you were told about?
Yeah, I was told. Well, one of my... actually, one of the patrons, Blake, long-time listener, great guy, he messaged me and he said... Because he was trying to find a couple of the new release titles.
Yeah.
And he couldn't find them. And I think he looked in multiple stores up in Brisbane, and he couldn't find something. I can't remember. It might have been Raya and the Last Dragon or something. Couldn't find it anywhere. And then one particular store didn't have any new releases, and he asked them, was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're winding down our physical media section in this store.
I'm getting rid of it."
And then someone else, Pete Semos, who's also a
New South Wales.
Yeah, he's also a patron, long-time listener, viewer.
G'day, Pete.
Hi Pete. He emailed us this week.
Yeah, I replied to him.
So did I.
Yep.
This was going back 2 or 3 years. He walked into his store one day and they were all gone.
Yeah.
DVDs, Blu-rays, maybe even CDs. Like all physical media was just gone. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. So I don't know. Who knows? It sounds like it's like store by store basis. It probably depends on which store sells what,
Yeah.
If one particular store is not selling,
I'll get rid of it.
Why would you keep it there?
Take too much real estate to...
Yeah, exactly.
It'll go, as we were talking about last week, it'll go to these places like Random...
Oh, yeah, Random Space Media. Well, exactly right, yeah. Which, by the way, if you head to randomspacemedia.com, you can use the code DAVE10.
And that's for Australia and New Zealand.
Australia and New Zealand. You can get 10% off your order. Great stuff. Covered them last podcast. And also, I did a little video on YouTube if you want to check out their great range of stuff. They work... in partnership with Universal, Sony Pictures Home Entertainment, as well as a couple of the other distributors, but mostly Universal, Sony Pictures Home Entertainment stuff. They work with them and put out official studio release titles that wouldn't get regular runs, like large runs.
A lot of stuff they get DVD releases, but not Blu-ray releases, and these guys get the rights to do the Blu-rays for us, which is good.
Which is awesome. So, I think that's the way it's really going to go. But, so once that happens, you're going to have your big, massive collection of stuff there, and it will be easy to start plowing through it. Right. Fine. But we did make really good headway, actually, this week.
When I retire completely, I won't have to pay for streaming or anything. I've got so much shit
exactly
out there.
Right, yeah.
And, as you get older, you get forgetful. I'll be able to watch things over and over again and think, that was a good film.
Exactly right. You probably could do that already, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I can. There's some stuff I can watch and think, have I seen that? Yeah.
Well, we watched an episode of Big Shot last night, and
we started watching.
We got through the 10 minutes, and And then we were like, hang on, have we watched this? There's like one particular bit that came out, we're like, we've watched this one.
Yeah.
There's been a few weeks since we watched an episode. Yeah. So even I'm a bit like we watched a full 10 minutes. I was like, yeah, I don't remember any of it.
But I understand you watch so much crap anyway. That,
yeah, I know.
You know, you're bound to sort of not remember some stuff.
Something goes in and the other bit comes out.
Exactly right.
Yeah. So we did make really good headway on the collection these last few weeks, though. Of course, last week we were getting through all the Conjuring films.
Yeah.
So we've done all them.
That's good.
Except for The Nun and The Curse of La Llorona.
Yep.
Which we still have to watch. We'll watch them, maybe one tonight or something.
Maybe.
Because they're short ones, like 80 minutes.
Depends on what time Mum goes.
Well, yeah, just put it on after something else.
Exactly.
So that'll be fun. We have been working our way through the Fast and Furious movies.
Furious, yeah.
So this week we did Fast 3, Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift, yeah.
3 Fast, 3 Furious.
I actually didn't mind that in the end.
It was all right.
Because I watched it, or not watched all of it, watched some of it years ago.
Yeah.
And just thought, oh, what a piece of
Awful,
shit.
yeah.
But because we watched it in the order, we watched it in
chronological order, yeah. Between 6 and 7.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, that's between 6 and 7.
And then 3, 7, and 8. It actually made sense.
Yeah, well...
Made a lot more sense.
Well, they retconned it, basically.
Yeah, that's
to
right.
make sense.
Yeah.
They worked the other films around it to, like, tie it in, which was cool. I like the way they did it. It's really good.
They fitted in really well.
Yeah. So it actually made the movie more enjoyable because it had some sort of...
context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought, you know. Like, just trying to watch it as a standalone film was a bit...
wasn't great.
It didn't really make sense.
Mm.
But when you watch it chronologically...
Yeah.
It works really well.
But it's funny because that's something that's happened after the fact too, because that wouldn't have been planned originally.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
It was just like they went, they just went, how do we
fit it in because it was so
Because
crap.
I don't know if you noticed watching the movie, but it was supposed to be set in the future anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they kind of, obviously that was like, oh shit, we need to like kind of catch it up and then fit it in somewhere. But I loved how each movie like leading up to it, 4, 5 and 6, he's like, oh yeah, going to go to Tokyo soon.
Yeah.
Then the next movie, she's like, where do you want to go?
I think we need to get out of here.
We're going to go somewhere. Where you want to go? You want to go to Tokyo? Nah, not yet. Like, all right. And then the next film, he's like, oh, where are we going to go? Oh, yeah, I think it's about time we go to Tokyo now. And then the next one comes in. So funny. But yeah, so we watched, this week we watched that one, Tokyo Drift, 3 Fast, 3 Furious. We watched 7 Fast, 7 Furious.
Yep.
And 8 Fast, 8 Furious.
No, it was the fate of...
It's Fast, yeah, but the second one's called 2 Fast, 2 Furious, so the gag is... Anyway, so yeah, it was Fast 7. No, I think it's... I don't know, they changed the titles overseas because they're really confusing titles.
I think it's just Fast and Furious 7.
No, that's what it's titled here.
Yeah,
overseas, it's different.
Mm.
So, like, I think you got the first 3 are the normal. Fast and Furious is normal. Fast and Furious 5, it's called here, is Fast 5 overseas.
Right.
Fast, I don't even know what Fast 6 is. It might be Fast 6. But then 7 is Furious 7. And then 8 is Fate of the Furious.
Yeah.
Both here and, I don't know, it's confusing. It's the most confusingly titled series of films. It's the worst. Anyway, so we watched 7, which I thought was great. It was fucking awesome.
Yep.
It was like my favourite of them
that.
all. That's the one where they fly out of the plane.
6 and 7 were both good. 7 was really good.
6 and 7 were fantastic. Just really good. Stupid dumb, but it's like really fun.
Yeah.
8 was just like
crap.
It
was, as I said, because we only watched that last night, and I said to you that the franchise has gone from movies about cars and drag, street dragging and all that sort of stuff, to a bloody action film.
Yeah, but you see
the big jump from 7 to 8 was huge.
Yeah, but the weird thing is you see that happening gradually.
Yeah.
But they still managed to keep the balance up until 8.
Yeah.
And then while we looked yesterday, it starts with like a drag race sequence, which is like the first 5 or 10 minutes. And then it's not for another hour until there's a car sequence.
Yeah, that's right.
And then that's fleeting.
Yeah.
And then you get into this big plot with nuclear weapons and shit. And then the last act of the film, like maybe the last 30, 45 minutes, is them driving these cars and fucking tanks and shit on the ice.
On the ice, yeah.
It was weird. It's just the weird. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was just bizarre and bloody submarine and it's like...
That's obviously what the audience wants, but it's so weird to see that progression of the franchise.
Do they, or is that what they thought the audience?
Isn't that the one that made like $1.5 billion?
Made a lot of money.
That's the one that like made a shitload of
They've
money.
all made a lot of money apart from Tokyo
Yeah, but
Drift.
I think Fast 8 was the one that made like over $1 billion. 1.3 billion. That's what I'm telling you. That's what people want. People didn't care about these movies when it was just cars.
It was part of that on the back of Paul Walker. Like them get people going out to support the films because of Paul Walker's death.
Well, no, because Paul Walker wasn't in this one.
No, that's what I mean.
F8.
That's what I mean. Because I remember there being something at the time.
Well, people would have gone to 7 to see the last one that he was in.
Yeah.
That's the one that made 1.5 billion.
Oh, right.
And that one was really good, so obviously the audience has gone back for the next one.
Yeah.
And then Hobbs and Shaw essentially, well, didn't tank, but it didn't make a lot of money, which was a spin-off. It's just fun.
We're still going to watch that one, haven't we?
Yeah, that's the last one we got. It's funny how fickle audiences are, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I think because it's a spin-off, it's like, people are like, no, I don't want to see it.
Yeah.
It's funny because that one was released as Hobbs and Shaw, Fast and Furious Presents, the little subtitle overseas. But here, it was, and in the UK, it was released as Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw, as if it was like the next and not just a spin-off.
Yeah,
it's really funny to see how movies are marketed.
Wonder why they market them like that.
I think it's just what sells better in different audiences.
Yeah, well, obviously that'd be the reason, but I wonder why.
It's just weird things bizarre. Like that. It's probably things like a spin-off. Well, to see that Hobbs and Shaw underperformed, it's like a spin-off wouldn't perform as well as a main franchise entry overseas, maybe. So they release it as Fast and Furious Hobbs and Shaw. Just even stuff like what was that one? Christian Bale, another car one. Ford v Ferrari.
Oh yeah.
Was released as Le Mans.
That's right.
66 or whatever it was in the UK.
Yeah.
And I think the reasoning behind that was because you're not allowed to have licensed products in the title of a film in Britain. Yeah.
Oh,
just weird things like that will change the title of a film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But at the end of the day, like when you think about it, the title is a marketing tool. There's nothing more than just a marketing tool to get you to see a film.
It's just the poster's a marketing tool.
Yeah, exactly right. Everything.
The cover of a book is a marketing tool.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, which we will soon in our game of the week.
Yep.
So we've done all the fast ones now, except for the new one, of course, because it's not out yet, and we got to watch Hobbs and Shaw.
Looking forward to the new one.
Yeah, me too. We'll
Hopefully
see. Hopefully
they go back a little bit more towards.
Well, from what I'm hearing, it's pretty dumb. Apparently, there's some pretty dumb shit in it.
Oh, just some
we'll see.
Blind dumb fun.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's better than that one because that was just so different. It was like a massive dip, and even like the action was fun, but it's like the story was just so wild and so over the top that it's almost like it just didn't feel right. It felt like it was a completely different thing.
I felt it was really different without Paul Walker.
Well, yeah, that's probably a big
had a huge.
That's
difference.
probably a big part of it too. Yeah,
yeah, because of course what's her name,
Jordana Brewster. Yeah.
Brewster. She wasn't in it either, and it didn't feel right that he's.
Yeah, it almost took a little, and then of
Dom's
course,
sister wasn't in it.
Well, yeah, you've got Dom has turned evil in the film. He's working for the bad guys.
Yeah.
So I think you lose a lot of that humanity of the film.
Yeah,
and sort of that more, maybe the more, the more human side where you've got.
Yeah.
As a,
family
like the story,
first sort of thing.
the story and the narrative, whereas it's just fucking all out, just explosions and shit. Really impressive, like stunt sequences and stuff, of course.
Just amazing.
But it's just almost falls flat without that that more human angle. And you're right, I didn't really think about that, but yeah, without Paul Walker, it probably does take away that.
It just felt really different.
The shift in the direction, weird. So it will be interesting to see what they do with the 9th one.
Because I think Jordana Brewster's back in the 9th, isn't she? So
see how that happens. Has there been anyone?
Interesting.
Has there been anyone so far that's been in all the films? I don't think so. It's so weird. They all just kind of shift in and out.
No.
Ludacris?
Was he in? He was. In
no,
Tokyo.
He wasn't even in the first one.
Was he in Tokyo? No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't in Tokyo.
His first
either.
one was Bow Wow, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What's his name?
No. Bow Wow was in the third one.
Well, who was in the first one?
I I don't even know. I'm so confused.
No, I think you're right. I don't think there's been anybody.
I don't think there's been anyone who's
been.
been. No. I mean, even if you take away, obviously the third one was a spin off film to begin with. So that didn't have. I had Vin Diesel in it. But. Oh, Vin Diesel would be the only one that's been in every one of the films. No, because he wasn't in the second one. Vin Diesel wasn't in Too Fast, Too Furious. So there can't be a single actor that's been in every single one of them.
He's not in the second one.
No. Remember? We got halfway through the second one. I was like, oh, yeah, Vin Diesel's not in this one because they couldn't afford him. They didn't have the budget for it.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
So there hasn't been a single actor who is in every single film.
It's a shame.
Yeah. So, but if Vin Diesel had been in the second one, he would have been in all of them because he had that cameo in Fast 3. Well, Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, at the end of it.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Anyway. So we've got through all those. We as far as catalog titles, I watched a bunch of junk this week that I'm not really that interested in talking about. But I watched The Mask of Zorro. This is the Antonio Banderas one. Yeah. And Catherine Zeta-Jones.
Yep.
Anthony Hopkins in a very strange...
Was he in that, was he?
Yeah, he plays the original Zorro, which is kind of weird. It's almost like... it's weird. It's just like this weird race bent thing, which you wouldn't get away with now.
No.
Have him playing this, and he's almost got like his face is almost a little bit browned up. Which is like, you look at him and you go, geez, that is a weird bit of casting. But it was a really good movie. It's one, I feel like I've seen bits of it too.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't.
I fucking loved it. It was so good. So good. And it's like that great, like, old-fashioned action-adventure, swashbuckling kind of thing. I'm thinking, like, they don't make stuff like this anymore. I'm thinking the only thing, the closest thing was Pirates, and, like, even that was ages ago.
Yeah.
The closest thing to that coming soon will be Jungle Cruise, probably. But you don't get this, like, big-scale, like, action-adventure, swashbuckling kind of thing anymore. But I was thinking this whole time, like, this feels so much like Pirates. And then it gets to the end, it's the same screenwriters who are terrific, man. Every time I see their name attached to something, I'm like, fuck, they're good. They just know how to write that great, like, pulp adventure.
Yeah.
Love it. So anyway, I really like that. Umbrella just released that on Blu-ray.
Oh, did they?
Yep. There's a 4K of it overseas, I believe. But the Blu-ray was beautiful. Looked really nice. And then I watched watched one movie from my pile this week, because I ran out of stuff to watch from the distributors, but now I've got another 2 boxes to turn up this morning. I watched one called Sullivan's Travels. Oh, amazing.
Don't know if I know that.
Oh, you probably know. It's an old one from the 40s. Again, we were talking about Preston Sturges a few weeks ago, who is considered one of the greatest writers ever, and I've only really just discovered his movies recently. The Lady Eve, and the what was the other one called that I watched? The something story. I can't remember. But that was really good as well. Called it Colbert was in it. Anyway, great films. And this one was probably up there with the best of the three that I've watched. Really good. Had John McCrae in it, Veronica Lake, who again's another great example of someone who, while we talk about Preston Sturges, he did something like a whole bunch of movies, like heaps of movies over this really short period and then burnt out. And Veronica Lake was very similar. She had this meteoric rise to stardom and did a handful of movies that were like considered like even like these days like classics, and then she like fizzled out for some reason or another. I don't know. I've never really read too much about her, but she had
Probably
like
went off and had babies or something.
No, she just, I think it was one of those examples of the system just shutting someone out. I don't know. I have to read into it, but
I think that happened a lot to
all the time,
particularly female.
All the time, yeah.
As they get a little bit older,
Yeah.
they sort of get someone younger.
Yeah, exactly right. So anyway, I watched that. It was terrific. Again, if you're like interested in your writing, like really well written, it's like a farce, comedic farce. This guy is a screenwriter, and he wants to tackle this book called "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou," which is a like
great film.
Different though.
Yeah.
It's like a epic book, like I guess like the book that's like the size of Gone with the Wind. But it's a big anyway. So it's based on this book called "Oh Brother." Where he's making a film based on this book, but because he wants to know the characters. He decides to, I think it's about like drifters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He decides he wants to become a drifter. So becomes a drifter for a week, and through this series of circumstances, he meets Veronica Lake's character, and then somehow he winds up back in Hollywood anyway. So it's like this weird comedic, a terrific movie. Fantastic. The writing's fantastic, and the dialogue is great. Check it out. I love this guy's work. It's Preston Sturges. I got to try and find more. But there's those three. Television-wise this week, I haven't watched anything because we're watching Fast and Furious every night.
Yeah, trying to get through that.
We're trying to get through them before the new one comes out. And so, yeah, we watched no TV. We watched one episode of Big Shot last night, which is still very good.
Yeah, but
that's still going. There's 7 episodes in.
After we realised we'd started the wrong episode.
Yeah, so we've started the right one. There's like 3 episodes left to that to go. We've got another 2 to watch, and then there'll be, because it goes up every week on Disney Plus. Great, just such a good show.
It's a really
I
good
really
show.
like it. John Stamos, brilliant.
John, he's fantastic. I like him. I've always liked him.
Yeah, we've also got a...
Hey, we got it.
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
Deadwood update. Last week, we forgot to watch... Well, we ran out of time to watch one.
Time.
This week...
We got one in.
We got one in, yeah.
And we're pissed off we did because it was
so
boring.
Bad. You fell asleep for a bit.
No, I didn't fall asleep.
You did, you were snoring.
No, I didn't fall asleep.
Yeah, you definitely
No,
snoring.
I didn't.
I remember thinking it's so bad you fell asleep.
I think you did.
I probably did too, yeah. But I remember you snoring and thinking, this one's so bad he's fallen asleep.
It was terrible.
Terrible.
Or was it terrible because we were both tired?
Probably that as well. And we just, at this stage, it's like, we have to put one on.
It was dull.
Do we have to put one on? So we've got, it must only be 5 episodes left now.
4. That was the last one on that disc.
Sure?
Yes.
No, because we figured...
That was 8.
No, because we figured... Because, remember, it was going to take us up to episode 40. And there would have been...
Yeah, so that makes it...
but there would have been 1 week break.
Yeah. But now there's not, because we missed a week.
accidentally took our break, didn't we?
Yeah. We missed a week.
So there's 4 episodes left.
4 episodes left, and then the
movie. Oh,
yeah.
God, which is like 2 episodes long. 3 episodes long.
Better be better than the series.
It won't be.
No,
you know it won't
not.
be.
What sort of ratings
Well, I heard people saying that the movie was crap. Like people who loved the show thought the movie was not great. So what's that?
Well, the world's worst manager thought of it, of the movie.
Don't think he watched it. I don't know.
He probably thought it was crap too. Then
hang on, I'd call him, but he might be at work. I don't know.
An on-air call of the
Should we
world's
do
worst
it?
manager.
Should
yeah,
we
why
do
not?
it?
See if you can.
I gotta figure out. I think I can run this through. I think I can run this through the board. There we go.
If not, put it on speaker and put it up to your mic.
Well, yeah, I will. But let's see. Okay, we got that. We got that on. It's connecting itself. We'll call him. I don't know if he has seen the movie or not. But yeah, it's just terrible. So bad. Oh, it's not connection. Make sure Rodecaster is turned on and in range. This is what happens when you just wing it on a show. Definitely should be able to. Oh, maybe. Oh, Bluetooth's off. There we go. Bluetooth on. There we go. All right, let's try this again. Hey, Rodecaster.
You have to pair it. No?
I think it should be paired already. Oh, connected.
There we go.
All right, let's do this.
See if we can get the
I think he
world's
might
worst
be. I
manager
don't know if he's at work. Who cares? He'll answer anyway. All right, here we go. Wacko Jacko. Let's give him a call. Mobile. Yeah, it's going. It says it's going through the Rodecaster. Calling. Can we hear it?
Come on, answer.
I can't even hear it ringing. Hello? Yeah, unmute it. Hello? He's answered, but I can't hear it. What's going on? Hang on. I'm just going to have to do this. Hello? Hello?
Got to warn him.
I got to warn him. Hang on. I got to put you on speaker here. Hello?
Hello?
Hi. You're on the Dave Lee Down Under podcast.
Oh my god! Is this for real?
It's for real, mate.
For real, man.
Oh my god! I cannot believe it. This is. Oh, what is going on? Dave,
I-
a big fan.
Oh, thanks so much. Thank you. We've been talking about, we've been slagging you off again.
Yes.
No, we haven't. Well, we did before, but at the moment
No,
we're
we
not.
haven't really. Not today.
No.
Not as much today.
Not as
anyway.
much today. We've been nice to you since you said you were very upset.
Oh, yeah. I was crying myself to sleep every night.
Yeah. We're talking about, we're in the middle of the Deadwood update, so you're on the greatest segment of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're talking about the Deadwood movie. Have you watched it?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I have not watched it.
Oh, you're useless then.
Well, if we're out of lockdown,
Deadwood casual.
if we're out of lockdown when we come round to it, you have to come round and watch it with
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Okay, deal. I'm there.
Deadwood movie
Sign
watch
me up.
party. Yeah. Can't
I'll
wait.
buy my tickets.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for your
And
time.
the reason we asked is because it was supposed to be shit. So we thought, I wonder if
Yeah.
Jackass watched it or not. But no, you haven't.
Because now you
so-
watch the series, yeah.
I did hear from quite a few people that it was shit. So
Okay.
that is why I didn't watch it. But
And
All right.
the episode we watched this week was as boring as batshit, mate. It was awful. It was awful.
Terrible. Fucking awful. 4 episodes left. And then the movie, and that's it.
We can
Done.
sleep. We can sleep through the next 4.
We can, yeah. All right. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, mate.
I appreciate it. See you
can't
later.
wait. All right.
Get
See
back
ya.
to work.
See you, Jackson.
See you, Rick.
See you,
Bye.
mate.
All right. Well, we'll try and figure out this, trying to get that phone through the... It's supposed to go through the board, and it was. But I don't know why we couldn't hear it. Maybe... I don't know. But that's what happens when you try and wing it on air.
Oh, well, we'll have to work it out.
We'll figure it out next time. I've had it working before. Anyway. So, yeah, there's the Deadwood update. Let's talk about the Conjuring 3, which we checked out this week. We managed to watch this one again. This is the 3rd Conjuring film. But it's the 8th Conjuring film in like the universe,
Yeah.
Conjuring universe movie.
It didn't seem as scary as any of the others.
Well,
Or has we just been desensitized?
Well, yeah, I wondered if maybe we just desensitized ourselves because we watched all the others. And it's like, oh, I'm not that scared anymore. But I have heard from other people who've watched it that, yeah, it's not as frightening as the first 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the first one was great.
Oh, I love the first one so much.
Mm.
It also felt a bit silly. It got very
It did a
silly
little.
at the end.
Yeah, it did a bit.
But I still really liked it.
Yeah, it's a good little franchise, isn't it?
Yeah. I love them. I love...
Are they doing any more? Or?
Well, I thought it was supposed to be the last one, but the director's come out and has said, like, oh, there's many more stories to come from the Warrens, so don't know how long they can keep
What a
it
life they
going
must
for.
have had.
I know. Crazy, huh? So, yeah, it was good. I liked it. It wasn't as frightening. The story wasn't
As good
as...
as what's his name? Zach Baggins.
Zach Baggins.
What's his
Is that his name? Is that Zach Baggins? Yeah.
Is it Zach? It's
Yeah, it is Zach. Zach.
Baggins.
It must be Zach Baggins from Ghost Adventures.
Ghost Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some stories.
What
to
a
tell.
program, yeah. So I enjoyed it. I did a full review for it. If you want to check out my full reviews and my full thoughts on it, you can go and check out the review on YouTube. But it was enjoyable.
It was good.
It was good. But yeah, as I said, frights aren't as scary, but the story has a tendency to get pretty silly, but it's still good. It's still the thing I really liked is that it went off formula. So the first 2 films are very much like haunted house movies.
Yeah.
They're in a house investigating a poltergeist, whereas this movie, it kind of starts like that, but then it goes in this different direction where it's more of like a detective film.
Yeah.
Where this guy killed someone, and it was a true story, the true case. There was the first person in America to use the defense, the devil made me do it.
That's right.
You know, he tried to claim demonic possession. So then they, as the paranormal investigators, are trying to piece together the proof to prove that he was, and then they link it up with all this other stuff, all these other crimes that are happening, and they kind of like piece it. It's great.
Yeah.
Really good. I like that they went a different direction because I feel like if they'd done another haunted house film, you would have been like, it's the same.
Yeah. It was more about, possession, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Demonic possession.
Well, the other ones have been about that, haven't they? Sort of. There's been exorcism scenes and shit in the other 2, but this was almost.
Yeah,
but this
the
was
other
like
ones seem to be more about the environment more than an individual.
Yeah. So yeah, it takes you out of that haunted house and takes you to it's like a detective crime story. Really cool. I really like the angle they took on it.
Yeah, it was good.
So but apparently there was supposed to be like a end credit scene, and they took it out at the last minute because they realized the film felt more finite without it there.
Right.
So it felt like it put a good, like, rounded out at the arc of the three films.
Mm-hmm.
But he said, you'll see it in some way or another because we have other plans for it. So whether they do a spin-off or whether they then dive into Conjuring 4.
Make it the start of the Conjuring 4 or something.
Yeah, so that's interesting. But I like the idea how they can round out one trilogy. It'd be like Star Wars where they have, like, the multiple trilogies. 3 trilogies. Yeah. But I can see that has that through line where it has like particularly with the relationship between Ed and Lorraine, sort of see it kind of arcing a little bit.
There's a real arc in that.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, good movie. Good. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
Enjoyed them.
And go and check it out if you can, if it's open in cinemas where you are. If you're in Melbourne, unfortunately you can't get to a cinema and see it.
Not anytime soon.
If you're anywhere else in Australia, you can see it. It's been out in the UK for like a week. No, it was open in the UK for a week before it opened here or anywhere else.
Right.
And it's open in the US, in cinemas and on HBO Max. There you go.
Get the cinemas and watch it.
Get and check it out. Yeah, if you can see it in cinema, see it in cinema. We unfortunately didn't.
Yeah, no, that would have been good. I've never seen a horror film.
You've never been to
a horror film to see
so much
Sorry,
fun.
Never been to a cinema to see a horror film.
Yeah, so good. So much fun. The environment's great. All right, so at that, let's play a game.
Ooh.
Now, we played a different game last week to kind of avoid the burnout of Shite or All Right. We didn't want to burny Shite or All Right. Don't want to burn it out. So we played the Fantail game last week. Got a little bit of negative feedback from Wacko Jacko because he says you can hear us chewing the fantails for 20 minutes after the game.
That's the whole idea.
So
just so we can eat lollies.
So we'll put that on the back burner. We'll go back to that eventually, though, because that was fun. But we got to find a better way to do it, where we kind of maybe segment it like what we were saying, like
3 points, 2 points, 1 point,
like Sale of the Century.
Yeah,
it's like each sentence you get a chance to answer.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a better way of doing it.
We'll have to look and see how many segments
lines,
we can break it into.
Yeah,
and then keep score.
So we'll bring it back, but we'll retool it a bit so it's a bit more concise.
That was sort of done on the fly, really.
It was.
What can we do? Well, I remembered, fantails.
Yeah, so I went and bought some and then didn't even really think about it and just did it.
And there's still...
Yeah, we haven't touched the bag.
No.
It's still there.
I had a couple the other night.
Oh, you've probably, I haven't touched them.
That's all I've had.
So today we're going to go back to Shite or All Right.
All right.
All right, so this is the game where we pull up a random title on IMDb. Each IMDb title has a randomly generated URL, and it has like a catalog number, index number. It's got 7 numbers. So we just go in there, we type in 7 random numbers and pull up a couple of movies. And the chances are there's so many movies that have been made in history that the chances are you're going to pull up something that's really obscure. And sometimes you'll know it, sometimes you probably won't. So
when I a few weeks back when I asked you, you knew what the film was.
Yeah,
in fact,
couple
both
of them.
were.
Yeah, a couple. I've known
that you'd watched. The one I've only watched a few days before.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's anyway. So we pull up a random thing and we take it in turns. We'll have 2 each, where we read each other the synopsis that comes up on the IMDb page, and judged on the synopsis, we have to guess whether the movie is shite or
all right.
Now, we determine this based on the rating, the star rating the movie has. We've always figured that any movie that has lower than a 6 is not very good.
It's an IMDb rating.
It's the IMDb rating. So anything between 0 and 5.9 is shite. Anything from 6 to 10 is...
All right.
And that's how we buy our films too.
Yeah.
So when we go shopping, we do our hauls and stuff.
Yeah.
We have a look, and if it's something we don't really know and it sounds okay, we'll get onto IMDb and have a look at the rating. If it's below a 6, we'll often get onto Rotten Tomatoes and see what that says as well.
Yeah. So anyway, let's do it. I don't know who started last time. It was 2 weeks ago. Probably you. I don't know.
I'll start.
Okay, you go.
Okay.
You've got 3 to do this week though, because we've had one sent in from someone.
Yep.
So you'll do the 3, and then next time someone sends one in, I'll read that to you.
Okay.
So if anyone has any randomly generated It can be just like a movie that you've seen that is really obscure. It can either be great, it can be crap. Send it in, and we'll throw it into the shite all right next game. All right, so let's
we
start
want
off.
input so we don't have to look for them.
Yeah. All right. So
Okay, the first one is
Yeah.
a story about a rapid deployment defense unit. Sorry, story about a rapid deployment defense unit that is called into action whenever freedom is threatened.
A rapid deployment defense unit.
A story about a rapid deployment defense unit that is called into action whenever freedom is threatened.
Sounds like it could be like that fucking one with the puppets. Team America.
Oh, God, yeah. No, it's not Team America.
Sounds like that, or like Suicide Squad, or
Mr. T. Or
the A-Team, shit like that. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard because it sounds so familiar, and like Team America that's all right. It's tough. That's a really hard one to go by. I'm gonna say I'd like to think it's good, so I'm gonna say it's all right.
You're saying it's all right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying it is.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Really bad one. What is it?
It's called Megaforce.
Oh, I've heard of this.
1982.
Yeah.
It's for 1 hour, 39 minutes. Rating of 3.7.
Oh, awful.
Bad.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there's really anybody in it that we sort of really know. Oh, Barry Bostwick.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Beck.
Megaforce.
Persis Kambata.
Yeah.
Edward Mulhare.
Oh, there you go. Megaforce. Alrighty. So, I'll give you one. We'll start with this one here. All right. A somewhat A somewhat prim and proper Englishman is hired as the tutor to the son of the Japanese ambassador. His life changes when he and the boy are kidnapped by terrorists for political purposes.
Well, it sounds like it might be a bit of fun, that one. Could be a fair bit of
Prim and proper Englishman.
action, and
Yeah.
I'm going to say that'll be all right.
You reckon it's going to be all right?
I reckon it'll be all right.
It is. Yeah. Only just.
Yeah.
It's called Paper Tiger. It's got a 5.9.
Right on the border.
Just on the border there. It's made in 1975. It says David Niven, who I always mispronounce his name.
David Niven, yeah.
Yeah. And Toshiro Mifune, who is a terrific Japanese actor who did a lot of Akira Kurosawa's films.
Oh, okay.
It's got a guy called Hardy Kruger, and I don't really know anyone else in there. But there you go. Actually sounds all right. I would watch that. David Niven and Toshiro Mifune.
Yeah, well, I thought it sounded all right. Thought it might have been okay.
Yeah, well, there you go. Just on the border.
That would have been one we would have gone to Rotten Tomatoes and thought.
Probably, yeah. Well, should we? Let's have a look. Rotten Tomatoes, Paper Tiger. I reckon I've heard of this. We're going to Rotten Tomatoes. Paper Tiger. It's got a 44% audience.
Oh, so
it's
rotten.
Shite. Yeah, that is. Yeah. All right, you're up next.
Okay, your second one. A stray cat is the linking element of three tales of suspense and horror.
Stray cat.
And not the band, Stray Cats.
It's not Cat's Eye again, is it? Didn't you give me Cat's Eye last time?
No,
yeah,
I didn't.
You did,
oh,
yeah.
Shit.
Well, have you just pulled up a bunch and then... I knew you'd done this one.
Oh, no.
Have you got any more? Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't.
You haven't got any more.
Well, I've got one that was sent in.
You've got the one that was sent in. Let's do that one then.
I can quickly find another one while we do the other one. What a dickhead. Oh, well. Shit happens. Yeah. Oh, I didn't think that was the case.
No. What, did you just pull them all up in tabs and then...
Yeah, I had that open from last week.
Oh, well, there you go.
that was the problem. Okay, let me find...
Yeah.
Oh, God, now I've got to find the one that was sent in. Which one was it?
The one on the bottom.
The bottom one.
That one there. Our pal Sam has sent it in. Who loves a bit of Shard All Right segment.
Oh, no, I've pulled up another one.
You've pulled up another one.
I've pulled up another one, okay.
Yeah.
Right, this one, Unhappy living with his loveless parents, a young man convinces a family of American immigrants that he's their long-lost son and moves in with them, improving all of their lives in the process.
Oh. Sounds familiar too. Sure you didn't do this one last week?
No.
I reckon it's probably all right. Sounds like a decent drama.
Okay, so you're
I'll say
saying
all right.
it's all right.
I'll say all right,
Well,
yeah.
It is in fact.
All right.
Yeah. Oop.
All right. All right. All right.
Oh, that good, is it?
All right.
6.9.
Oh, so it's bordering
It's
a
called
7.
Next of Kin,
Oh, yeah.
1984. It's only a short. It's only now a 10.
This is an Australian film?
Um.
I knew I recognised it because I looked it up not long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Patrick Tierney.
Yeah, this is an Australian film.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Umbrella released it as an Ozploitation title.
Oh, there you go.
And it's the only one I didn't buy. But I looked it up the other day and read that. I knew the synopsis sounded familiar.
Oh, well, there you go.
There you go. Next
It's
10.
It's all right.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty good. It's like a horror. What was it? Oh, you said 6
It says comedy drama.
Oh, maybe it's a different one then.
Well, that's it there.
Let me have a look. Oh, no, that might be a different one. Completely different one, but it did sound familiar. Oh, there you go. 1984. It's an 80-minute movie. Interesting. There's a whole bunch of Next of Kin. There's one with Patrick Swayze and Liam Neeson from 1989 as well. And then there's a ITV television adaptation from 2018. There's some 1995 BBC thing called Next of Kin, the series. Jesus. There's a film from 1942 with Mervyn Jones, Next of Kin. And then there's the Australian one from 1982. There you go. How funny is that?
Yeah.
Anyway, so no, I didn't recognise it then. Anyway, here's your next one. All right. A computer hacker learns of the plot of the backwards need aliens to take over the Earth using their shape-shifting talents.
Go again?
A computer hacker learns of the plot of the backwards need aliens to take over the Earth using their shape-shifting talents.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Backwards need, as in backwards knees.
Yeah,
the knees are backwards, yeah.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Awesome, you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon.
So that's an all right?
That's an all right.
It is... real bad one. Really bad one. It's called The Second Arrival. It's a horror mystery from 1998. It's an R-rated film, and it is 3.9. Yeah, that's a bad one. That's a bad one.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Who was in it? Anybody?
Oh, yeah. Patrick Muldoon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Jane Sibbett. Michael Sarrazin. And a bunch of other people I haven't heard of. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
All right, this is the one from Sam,
this
right?
is the one from Sam.
Right.
Sam B.
Uh-huh.
Don't know if he wants to use his surname, but it's Sam B.
Sam Boy.
Sam
Boy.
Sam Boy, yeah. Okay, so the synopsis for this one is I've got to just have a quick read and think, well, I've got to change here.
Yeah.
Okay. About a group of people who are sexually adventurous and decide to spend their summer in a resort by the lake.
Oh.
But soon they realise they are not alone, an infamous cryptid with big feet makes his presence known.
Oh, how weird.
Oh, and there's where it says big feet,
yeah.
And that's not the only part of his anatomy.
Oh, my God. Jeez. It sounds like that Cabin in the Woods, but a little bit more sexy. It sounds like some really trashy, like a piece of erotica. It's like erotic cinema. Not so much porn, but it could be. Who fucking knows? But it sounds like just some trashy, like horror, sex horror. Fucking, I don't know. I'm going to say it's shite.
It is, in fact.
All right.
Oh, no. No, it's not. It's Shite.
It's Shite. 4.8.
Oh.
It's called Sweet Prudence and the Erotic Adventure of Bigfoot.
Oh, there you go.
So the actual synopsis says it's a sex comedy.
No, there you go.
Sex comedy about a group of people who are sexually adventurous and decide to spend their summer in a resort by the lake. But soon they realise they are not alone. An infamous cryptid with big feet, and that's not the only part of his anatomy, makes his presence known.
Crikey.
Director William Burke. It runs for
Don't need a run time.
hour and a half. Made in 2011. And
2011.
in fact, there's such a great cast that there are no images on any of the cast.
Really? Let me look. Oh, yeah. Jeez. How funny. Oh, dear. All right. So
Thanks, Sam B.
Thanks for Sam for sending one in.
That was a beauty. That was a good one.
That is another edition of Shite or All Right.
All right.
Terrific. Brilliant.
No, that was good.
That was a fun round of Shite or All Right today.
Yeah,
did either of us get any?
couple of fuck
Did
ups
anyone
and-
get one right this week?
No.
I don't think anyone got one. I don't
No.
think either of us did.
No.
I have to go. I keep saying this. I have to go back through and figure out who's winning on the
Oh,
leaderboard.
you got that. You got that one right. Big
Oh,
foot.
yeah, it's Shite, yeah. So I win this week. So who wins? Do you get 1 point each time you get one right, or is it whoever wins the round?
I reckon 1 point every one you get right.
Yeah, all right. So I have to go through and rewatch them all
Work out
before I
what the
fall
score
back
is.
too far. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So that's this week's, as I said, edition of Shite All Right.
Hang on, you forgot.
Oh, yeah.
All
Yeah, no, I done that.
all right.
I was going to shout out to Random Space Media again here, but I did that at the beginning.
Did that earlier.
But yeah, if you want to head over there, randomspacemedia.com, and if you use the code DAVE10, you'll get 10% off your order. That code is only available until the 30th of June 2021.
Right.
So you can go and buy it. They've just released actually this massive Battlestar Galactica box set. Something like 35 or 36 discs. It's got like every series, every movie, every tally movie, everything's been made for Battlestar Galactica. I think there might be like web series and stuff that aren't included in it. I don't know, but I have to they've sent me one. I'm going to have a look at it. I'll do like an unboxing thing.
Haven't got it yet, though, have you?
Haven't got it just yet. I think I won't get it till
Monday
on Monday when this podcast goes
Yeah.
out. So when the podcast goes out, I'll probably have it. But once that arrives, I'll do a video with that. And yeah, but go and check that out. That'll be quite cheap by the time you use the 10% off code.
And
all
there's
that.
nothing in that for you either.
No, nothing in that for me. Just a
all.
box set.
Yep. Well,
I'm happy to help them out.
just to help them out.
Oh, the code, yeah, Dave10.
Keep it alive.
That code, Dave10, is not an affiliate code, so I don't make any commission or anything on that.
No.
That's just to give back, to help these guys get their name out there and to help you guys get a little bit of savings. So
And get some great titles. There's some great stuff on
there's
that.
some awesome shit on there. So go and check them out. I also wanted to shout out my pals working at Rockin' Pins, who is working with the Fleischer Studios to do their Twitch channel. So if you want to twitch.tv/Fleischer Studios, they got like a stream going of all the old classic Fleischer shorts. So you can check that out. The old Popeyes and Betty Boops, the Supermans, and some really obscure stuff that's on there too.
Only place to really see Betty Boop stuff, isn't it?
Well, you can find it, but yeah, if you want to go and check out Betty Boop, you can check it out on this Twitch channel. Not much news this week. A very slow news week.
Bugger all, isn't it?
Out of Hollywood, yeah. There was a new trailer that dropped today. I don't know anything about this, but it's another one of those like buzz trailers where everyone's just talking about it. It's this film called Reminiscence. It's written, directed, and produced by Lisa Joy, who's a filmmaker who's predominantly worked on television. She's worked on Westworld, Burn Notice, Pushing Daisies. It's also co-produced by Jonathan Nolan, who is the brother of Christopher Nolan.
Oh, yeah.
She's actually married to Jonathan Nolan. So I've heard it's got like Nolan-esque kind of vibes. It's a bit science fiction-y. Let's have a look at the trailer and see what we think.
Right.
This one's from Warner Brothers Pictures.
I've never heard of this one, so.
I had not heard of it until today, but it's one of those trailers that's dropped and everyone's talking. So let's have a look.
When the waters began to rise and war broke out, nostalgia became our way of life. There wasn't a lot to look forward to. So people began looking back. Nothing is more addictive than the past.
No, put me back. Put me back.
To find where she'd gone, I had to know where she'd been. Was she running from the past? Or racing back towards it? Where is she? Where is she? You're going on a journey. All you have to do is follow my voice.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Wow.
It's got...
How have you not heard about that?
I don't know. It's one that's just sort of come out of nowhere, for me anyway. It's, of course, it stars Hugh Jackman. I like to call him Huge Jacked Man.
Huge Jacked Man.
Particularly after those Wolverine films.
Yep.
It looked a little bit Wolverine with him in that, the pod.
Yeah.
There's a bit where he's in a pod and jumps out, his water goes everywhere. Rah! Bit Wolverine.
Put me back.
Yeah. It's also got Rebecca Ferguson and Tandiwe Newton as well, which is awesome.
That looks really
looks
good.
very, very good.
When's that out, Jude? Do you know?
I don't know. You've got it should say at the top there. It's this year.
This year. Yeah, it doesn't say.
I'm not sure when it's out. Actually, did it say at the end of the trailer? Must have. It's one of it must be, I assume this is one that's going to HBO Max, if that's coming out this year. Let's have a look. August 20 in theaters and on HBO Max. Yeah, so that looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, it looks great.
That's coming up soon. Remember the days you used to have a trailer come out 9 months before the film, and now you get one 2 months before?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes 2 weeks.
Yep.
Next week on Netflix. Crazy times. Yeah, that looks great. It looks really... I see why people are saying it looks a bit Nolan-y, because it looks like it's playing with time and all these kind of weird science fiction-y elements. You've got... it almost looks a bit Blade Runner-y as well. Blade Runner 2049, whatever the...
Yep.
Not that we watched it, but it looks... From what I've seen from the trailers and stuff, it looks very much Blade Runner. Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, it does look good. Looking forward to that.
I like the look of that.
Yeah.
I like the look of that.
Sort of like Interstellar or something like that even, that same sort of...
Oh, yeah, that was Nolan, wasn't it? Yeah, just that weird sort of time... Yeah, weird. Anyway, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks really good.
That's the buzz trailer of the week. People been going off about it, loving it. Geez, here's another big blockbuster that's was due last year. Well, it was due this year, then it's been pushed to last year. Was due this year, it was pushed to next year. Mission Impossible 7. We have been having disaster after disaster on this set. Funny stories, crazy stories. This is a movie that just can't keep out of the headlines.
No, that's right. Tom hiring boats to house everybody on.
Crazy stuff. They've shut down again. They shut down for a week or 2 weeks. And this is the third time the film's been shut down. First, it shut down at the very beginning of the pandemic. They just started filming in Italy, and then everything went to shit, so they had to shut down production. Mm-hmm. Then they started up production. That's when he bought all those boats and stuff to make sure everyone was COVID safe, or hide the boats or whatever he did. And then they shut down again
staff members
not long ago, in October last year, because a staff member tested positive. Yep. No, it was 12 crew members tested positive for COVID. And then, of course, last December, the movie makes headlines because Tom's gone crazy at these two people who were standing too close together around the monitor. Right. Remember, he went absolutely off tap.
Yeah,
and now there's been another person's tested COVID positive, and they've had to shut down again. So the word that came out from the representatives from the film was, we have temporarily halted production on Mission Impossible 7 until June 14th due to positive coronavirus test results during routine testing. We're following all safety protocols and will continue to monitor the situation. You reckon Tom's lost his nut again?
Depends on how they called it
happened. Yeah.
Were they out at a nightclub when they shouldn't have been? Or they...
God, who knows? Good on him, I reckon. I was on his side last time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, exactly right.
Fucking hell.
It's his money.
Yeah.
On the line.
Yeah.
I'd be...
Crazy. Yeah.
There'd be no second chances with me.
No.
Offset. Off you go. Goodbye.
Here's a movie that has finally finished production.
That's, how they...
Well, yeah, exactly right. It depends on the situation, yeah. If it's it's just oh, I don't know, it's just happened. That's fine. But like those last two guys just flaunting protocols a week, like 2 months after someone had tested, 12 people had tested positive, you can understand why he went fucking mental at them.
Exactly right.
But this time around, you don't know the situation surrounding it. Right. But here's a film, a big blockbuster that did finish production, thankfully, because they were shooting here. Up in Queensland. Shooting in Queensland, I think. Or Sydney, maybe.
No, it must have been...
I think it was Queensland.
Must have been Queensland because he lives up that way. Well, even Byron Bay, which is New South Wales.
Yeah, I think so.
But I'm pretty sure it was up in Queensland.
I think it was in Queensland.
On the Goldie.
It is, of course, Thor, Love and Thunder. Chris Hemsworth, Thor, he shared a set photo from Thor, Love and Thunder. This is the Thor 4. It's the fourth Thor, and he's released the first official picture. You've got it there on your screen if you want to take a look. You got look at him.
God, he's massive.
Talk about huge jacks, man.
Jesus,
fucking huge. And you've got so Hugh Jackman's there standing like a classic 80s movies macho man pose with a singlet on, what they call a vest in the UK.
Yeah.
He's got jeans on, it looks very like 80s inspired, doesn't it?
Very much so.
And then he's got the long dreads, almost like a Hulk Hogan sort of thing.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Dolph Lundgren.
Yeah.
And then you've got Taika Waititi, who's in dressed as Korg. If you scroll up, you can see he's got the mask as well. That way, see? So he's wearing the mask on his head, obviously to get the eye line.
Yep.
He's got all like the dots on his face to do the
CGI to
get the obviously facial mapping, and he's in just sort of like a cool looking outfit there. So obviously he'll be completely CGI, but he's back as Korg.
Awesome.
So how cool does that look? That's the first official set photo, I think, that's been released from the movie. There's been a few set leaks and stuff, but that's the first, I think, official thing I think we've got from that. Chris,
how big he is.
He's enormous, isn't he? Amazing. So he wrote on Instagram, "That's a wrap on Thor, Love and Thunder. It's also National Don't Flex Day, so I thought this super relaxed photo was appropriate."
That's not flexed. Honestly, flexed.
He says the film is going to be batshit crazy, off the wall funny, and might also pull a heartstring or two. Lots of love, lots of thunder. Thank you to all the cast and crew who made this another incredible Marvel journey. Buckle in, get ready, and see ya in cinemas.
My God.
That's out not too far away. I think it's out in like 9 months or something.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this one.
He must have been at the Rock's gym.
I know, look at him. It's huge.
My God.
Fucking enormous. Crazy.
Bit of man love going on here.
Yeah. Yeah, you're loving it.
Oh, mate, I just can't believe that somebody can get themselves that size.
I know.
The amount of time I spent in gyms and stuff, I could never get that big.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Yeah, but I reckon he's probably been... They've almost filmed like Infinity War Endgame, and then they've probably almost gone pretty much... Well, no, not really. There would have been a gap. But he did that Extraction, that one where he was the soldier.
Yeah, he was big in that
pretty
too.
Big for that. I reckon he's just gone on this.
Going.
You don't get that big if you keep taking stops.
No,
because a lot of them will stop between films and they'll go back. They'll put on weight or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean,
and
look
then
at
they
guys like him and The Rock and stuff. They would train every day, no matter what.
That's what I mean. That's the only way you get that big.
Yeah,
he's just got to be keeping up that regime. Crazy, man.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Dedication, that's a lifelong thing for them now.
There you go. So I'm excited for that one. Of course, not only is Chris Hemsworth and Taika Waititi in it, of course, Tessa Thompson will be back as Valkyrie. Natalie Portman is coming back as Jane, and it's going to take the cues from the comics run where Jane becomes the new Thor after picking up the hammer. Because anyone who's worthy can become Thor by picking up the hammer. You get his powers. So she becomes Thor, the mighty Thor. I'm so excited to see that. And, of course, the Guardians are along for the ride as well.
Oh, yeah. My favourite.
Yeah. Because at the end of Endgame, he's seen going off with them on the ship.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And that was supposed to lead into Guardians 3, but because of everything that happened with James Gunn, he got sacked, and then he went to DC, and then Marvel hired him back. They switched him. So now the Guardians are in Thor 3, and then that will lead into the next Guardians.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So
when's the next Guardians due? Do you know?
It must be like 2023, maybe.
Right, okay.
They haven't started filming it yet. Actually, I have it written down because we have a Marvel thing. Oh, pardon me, hiccups. 2023. But we get a Christmas special next year. The Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special on Disney Plus. Yeah,
that'll be fun.
So that'll be fun. So we're going to get a nice dose of Guardians over the next 2 years.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so there you go. Let's get into some subscriber questions. It is actually a short show this week. I'm telling you, slow news week
very short.
Has made for a short show.
Be lucky to reach an hour and a half this week.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
More time to have a sleep.
Exactly right. Well, for you. Nice for you.
Bit of a kip. Oh, I got some stuff to do.
Okay, edit this.
All right. Question from Gary Lidman.
I think it's Lidman.
Lidman?
Yeah, he did correct me.
Lidman.
And I've forgotten again. I think it's Lidman. I said Lidman.
Every way possible.
Yeah. he'll write back to me and say it's this.
Yeah, okay. So Gary Lidman.
I think so.
You reckon? Okay.
I think so. Sorry, Gary, if I got that wrong again.
Probably.
He's a long-time watcher, viewer, and listener and all that.
Yeah, I recognise the name.
Yeah.
Terrible at pronouncing names.
Yeah.
What movie have you watched with a huge twist at the end that you didn't see coming?
Oh, so we wrote a few down. Now,
go on.
Yeah.
I was going to say for me it was Moon was for me.
Yeah, Moon, yeah.
That had a...
Do we go into spoilers? Do we go into the twists? I don't want to ruin some of these movies because they're really good. Nah.
See, I wouldn't with Moon because I don't reckon there's a huge amount of people that have seen it.
No, I don't think so, but the twist is fucking fantastic.
The things like The Prestige and others.
I don't know. Anyway, so Moon is one.
Yep.
Really great twist. Now, I was going to say like Sixth Sense. That's the obvious one. That got fucking ruined for me by 50 First Dates back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, everyone knows that how fucking Sixth Sense ends, surely. I can say it. They said it in 50 First Dates. Of course, Bruce Willis is... Block your ears if you haven't seen the movie for the next 3 seconds. Bruce Willis is dead the whole film.
Yeah.
You can listen again now. And they say...
How can they listen if they block
I don't know. They'll come back. There's the Sixth Sense because that's the movie, 50 First Dates, the movie where she relives the same day over and over again. So she wants to watch the Sixth Sense every night. And then she says at the end, I can't believe, the spoiler.
Yeah.
And I'd obviously watched that when I was a kid and knew before going to Sixth Sense how that ended. Planet of the Apes is another one that was ruined for me by The Simpsons. Because Troy McClure does the Planet of the Apes stage show.
Oh, that's
he sings a song about how it's Earth all along. They made a monkey out of him, all that shit. Couple of ones that we did write down, though. Secret Window.
Yeah.
I don't know if a lot of people would have seen this either. I feel like this was one of those smaller...
Bit of a niche film, really.
Yeah, I think it was quite big at the time, but I feel like it was one that's probably not gone on to...
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought so.
It's a great movie, though. Johnny Depp and John Turturro. You stole my story.
John Turturro is fantastic. Everything he does.
Yeah. Johnny Depp is this writer, and he's like published a book, or he's writing a book or something, and this crazy guy, John Turturro, comes, and you stole my story. He accuses him of like stealing his story.
Yeah.
So good. But then there's a twist at the end, which is that really does take you for one. And then...
And that's got a 6.5 rating.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Yeah. It's based on a Stephen King novella, I believe.
It's got 185,000 people have
there you go, yeah.
rated it, so it has been watched.
Yeah.
A bit.
Well, yeah, a bit. Let's have a look at Rotten. I'm curious, actually, to see what Rotten Tomatoes has for that one. Because that was good. And I reckon we've watched that multiple times.
I've seen it at least twice.
Yeah.
I know that.
Let's have a look.
Probably more, but I can remember twice.
Oh, I was going to say, I bet it's one that got trashed by critics. Yeah, 46%. But the audience scores at 65%. Yeah, good movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. We also wrote down The Prestige. That's a Christopher Nolan movie. Everyone's seen it.
Yeah.
Block your ears for the next 3 seconds if you don't want to know the spoilers. Actually, maybe a bit longer, maybe like 5 seconds. But maybe a bit longer because it's a long...
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Of course, he does the magic trick and every night he disappears the guy. He disappears his assistant and no one knows what's happening with them. And it turns out he's just like actually cloning. He's got like a bunch of clones and he kills a clone every night.
Yeah.
Crazy. I think I could be wrong, but that's pretty much the gist of it. So that was that's like one of the big all-time spoilers. Like, what do you call it? A twist. Like, shit. Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Arrival had one as well. which is Amy Adams, Jeremy Renner. You watched this last year. It's the one where she's like the linguist.
Oh, that's right.
And she's called in to try and decipher the alien language. And throughout the film, block your ears, 5 seconds, you don't want spoilers. She's having these like flashbacks to like when she had a daughter before the daughter died or something. But then it turns out that she's actually, at the end of the movie, turns out she's having flash forwards. So she's seeing the future. Yep. So that is a great one as well. That's a terrific movie. And that's one that got slammed as well at cinemas. But so fucking good. Really, really underrated movie. This one I got down. Last Christmas. There's that nice Christmas one. It had Emilia Clarke in it, Henry Golding. We watched it last year, set in England. And she starts up this relationship with the guy. She's working in the little Christmas shop in Covent Garden. Yeah, that's right. It's a really nice movie, but then there's like this twist that you don't see coming. And fucking my mother ruined it.
Yeah, that's right.
She'd not seen it. Block your ears if you don't want the spoilers for this, because actually this is one that would have actually taken me for one. And Mum goes, "Oh, I bet he's dead."
Yep.
With like 15 minutes left of the film, and then of course it reveals that he's dead, and she's seeing this ghost of this guy. I was like, fucking hell. Just ruined it. It was like she hadn't seen it. It was like she was just guessing, I bet this is what's going to happen. That pisses me off. Yeah. I hate that. If you have a theory about how it's going to end, just don't say it, because if you're right, it just ruined it. I hadn't even thought about it. It's one of those things where you're just like, I'm not even thinking about it. I'm just enjoying it. That really would have been one. And it's such a simple movie too, but it had like this crazy twist at the end.
Yeah.
And it would have been a nice one to experience. But I love that movie. I thought it was so good.
It was a good film.
I look forward to watching it again this year. So there's just a few for you, Gary.
The Game?
The Game, yeah. Michael Douglas.
That was good.
I love Michael Douglas.
That was good. Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah.
Frank's Films.
Yeah. G'day, Frank.
G'day, Frankie. Your take on the MGM Amazon deal. Good or bad for physical releases?
Spoke a bit about this last week. Actually, these questions are from last week that we didn't get around to. We spoke about our thoughts on the deal and stuff. It's a weird thing. Amazon has all the MGM catalog now. They're just going to plunder it. It's crazy. But yeah, that is an interesting angle to take on it, though. Physical. What's going to happen to physical releases of MGM movies now? Weird, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I know Amazon doesn't... I can't think of any Amazon movies that have wound up on physical media. So, yeah. So now have we got this another studio which is locked behind like a streaming only, puts a nail in another.
Random House?
Well, yeah.
Random House Media?
Random Space Media.
Random Space Media.
Yeah.
There's another opening for them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
He's probably right. Being Amazon.
Everything will wind up behind that paywall.
Yeah.
I want fucking Borat 2 on Blu-ray. I've got Borat 1, and of course Borat 2.
Hasn't been released?
No, because it's an Amazon film.
Of course.
Yeah, so they ain't released that. Pissed me off. Anyway. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but I reckon that might be another studio that falls behind a fucking paywall. But the good thing is a lot of the a lot of the older titles are with other studios when they sold off all their titles in the 80s. So Warner Brothers owns all the old classic MGM animation. They own a lot of films like The Wizard of Oz and Ben-Hur, stuff like that. But yeah, there will be more recent stuff. Yeah. James Bond. Have we seen the last of James Bond on physical media?
Doesn't bother me.
It's annoying because I wanted the Craig films on 4K.
Well, time will tell.
They're out there. I mean, you can get the ones that are available now, but I was waiting for that last Craig one to come out to get the box set.
Right.
Anyway, we'll see what happens.
But if you go onto Amazon, don't hold your breath.
No, exactly.
Mr. Josh.
Yes, Mr. Josh, hello. What's
the best way to deal with movie criticism? E.g., talking to someone you disagree with.
Just don't be a knob about it. The end of the day, it's just movies. You're just talking about
and everybody's got an opinion.
Exactly right.
And everybody's entitled to an opinion. And
don't be a dick about it and be like, "Fuck you, you fucking asshole. You're shit. You're a shit person. Go die." Don't be that guy. Just have a conversation.
You just shut them down.
Yeah.
As if they've been a dick, you just shut them down and say, well, that's your opinion, I have my opinion, and we'll agree to disagree.
Yeah, but
Simple.
but otherwise, if you're talking about just how do you have a conversation with someone you disagree with and they're not being a dick and you're not being a dick, it's just talk about it. What do you like? What don't you like? What worked for you?
Yeah.
Don't try to sway. My job as a critic is never to sway someone's opinion or to convince someone that something is good or convince someone that something is bad. My job is literally just to give my opinion on something.
Yeah.
That is it. End of the day, I'm just giving my opinion to add something to the conversation. And really, if that, whatever that is, I mean, my opinion is no more valid than anyone else's, or has no more weight than anyone else's, really, other than a little score on Rotten Tomato, adding to the score on Rotten Tomatoes, really. It's just opinions at the end of the day. Just don't be a knob about it and enjoy it. And the good fun thing sometimes is you might talk to someone about something and they'll be like, oh, yeah, I didn't enjoy this part. But you're like, well, it did work for me because of these reasons. And then sometimes they might be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, maybe. Or you might say, oh, this is so shit. And the other person will go, no, actually it worked because, and then you might go, oh, actually. So the interesting thing is like how you can, through a conversation like that, you can reassess. And it's not, again, it's not the intention to sway someone's opinion or have your opinion swayed. But sometimes through conversation like that, you might go, you know what, I'll give that another go, sort of thing. Yeah. You know, just the way to approach viewing a film. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just just a movie. Yeah. And I'll be a knob.
Yeah. And everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah.
Opinions are like ourselves, aren't they?
Yeah.
Everyone's got one.
Yeah, that's right.
Hazza.
Yeah.
What's your most anticipated MCU Phase 4 film other than Black Widow?
Oh.
Shang-Chi and the Legend Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, Eternals, Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, The Marvels, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah.
Oh, there's two for me that stick out.
Yeah.
Guardians.
Yeah.
And Thor.
Yeah. For me...
Because I really enjoyed the Thor films. They're a bit of fun. They're a lot of fun.
I love Thor. It's particularly now that Taika's behind them.
Yeah.
That last one was so good. I would say for me is probably Thor and probably Doctor Strange. The Multiverse of Madness, because that's going to spin out of WandaVision. You've got Wanda now, who's going to be doing multiverse shit with Doctor Strange. I don't know. It just looks fucking awesome.
So Doctor Strange has never been a favourite of mine.
Well, no, neither me, but just the idea behind the film, which is like, oh, they're finally going to open up the multiverse and there's going to be a bunch of madness happening. And Sam Raimi's behind it too, who did the original Spider-Man trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm keen.
That'll be interesting.
I'm keen to see what they do with this. Yeah, really excited.
Yeah,
I'm really not. I don't really care about the new Spider-Man movie. I've heard so much about it. I'm just like, I don't want to hear any more about this. Just fucking. Everyone's like, when's the trailer? When's the trailer? I'm sitting over here like, I actually don't care.
Yeah. Oh, I've got no interest.
I fucking love Spider-Man, but I'm so tired of hearing about it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's at this point, it's like I will get it when I get it. And but I'm more excited for stuff like Multiverse of Madness and Thor Love and Thunder, which are doing some like exciting new things and different directions and shit.
Wakanda Forever won't be bad either.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle it without.
I'm keen to see what they do with that. Yeah.
What's his name?
Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they deal with it.
Everything looks good, but they're the ones that I'm really excited for.
Yeah, well, as I said, for me, Thor and Guardians. Yeah. Because I love both.
Well, Guardians for me as well, I'd put there.
Yeah. Okay, well, geez, what's this one? We've got a big list from Walther.
Buddy Walther Sauza.
Walther Sauza has...
he's outdone himself this week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Massive.
Let's throw the show out with a Walther Sauza.
Right. Now, he wants to know whether we've seen movies like Minari.
Not yet.
Rocky Horror.
Yes.
Love it. Marathon Man. Yes.
I don't think I've ever got around to watching that. Yeah.
Out of Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boring. So boring. I didn't like it.
No,
That's the only Robert Redford movie I've watched that I didn't enjoy.
Doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Deja Vu.
Yes. Denzel Washington. Yeah. We saw it in cinemas when it first came out. Yeah.
Okay. Brawl in Cell Block 99.
Yeah, it's the one with Vince Vaughn.
Yep.
Crushes a guy's skull in the cement.
That's right.
Yeah.
Before Sunset.
Nah.
That's that series, isn't it?
Yeah,
Before Sunset, Before Sunrise.
Before Sunset, After Sunset, and after, I don't know, something like that. After Sunrise or something. Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke, yeah. We've got them all. I just wanted to watch them.
No, I've only got the last one.
Sure.
Yep, because I never released the first two on Blu-ray here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sense and Sensibility.
Have to import them. I think so.
I don't know if I have.
I think so.
Escape from Alcatraz.
Yep.
Flags of Fathers.
Yep.
Or it should be Flags of Our Fathers.
Yeah.
Letter from Iwo Jima.
Yep.
Terrific film.
Yep.
Watership Down.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's great. Great animated one.
Yeah, it's all right.
No, it's great.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah.
Old Boy.
No, we never watched that one.
It's me. 127 Hours.
Yeah. That's one where he saws his arm off. Yeah. James Franco, yeah.
Yep. Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes movies.
Yes.
American Hustle.
Yes.
Escape from New York.
Yes.
Animated film called The Illusionist.
No.
Moneyball.
Yeah.
Love it. Uncle Buck.
Yeah, terrific.
What a fantastic film.
Yeah.
With the late great.
Yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, awful.
Green Bird. Oh, yeah, Eyes Wide
That's
Shut.
the fucking Kubrick one, isn't it? Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
Greenberg.
I think so, yeah. Ben Stiller.
I'm not sure if I remember.
We've watched it. I don't remember it.
I would have watched it. I can't remember it, though. Spartacus.
Yes.
I am a Spartacus.
Yep.
All Quiet on the Western Front.
Yep.
JFK.
Yep.
Fences.
Yes. It was so boring.
Bad Boys movies.
Yes.
Definitely. Boy and the Beast.
Don't think so.
I, Robot.
Yeah.
Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, terrific.
The Fall.
Don't think I ever watched that. Brad Pitt.
Yeah, I've seen it. Good film. Nanny McPhee.
Nah.
Dodgeball.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dodgeball. A true underdog
Yeah.
story. Day After Tomorrow.
Yeah, awful.
Surf's Up.
Yeah, no, I never watched that one.
City of God.
No.
Adaptation.
Great. Yeah,
love
terrific.
it. Into the Wild.
Yes.
Fantastic film. Love it.
Yeah.
Hotel Rwanda.
I think we watched it back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Role Models.
Yeah, great.
What's that one?
That's one with Paul Rudd and McLovin. And they're like, they did a LARP, live action role play thing.
Yep. Intolerable Cruelty.
Yes.
Talladega Nights.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Big Fish.
Yep.
Good film. Saturday Night Fever.
Yes.
Yeah, saw it probably 40 years ago
Terrific.
when it
I
came
love
out.
it.
12 Monkeys.
Yep.
Love 12 Monkeys.
Great movie. Got to watch the series.
Yeah. The Omen.
Yes.
City. State of Play.
Yep.
When Harry Met Sally.
Love it. It's one of my favourite movies ever. I've watched it at least 7 times.
The Hudsucker Proxy.
No, I've got that out there. I have to watch it though.
In Her Shoes.
Yep.
Casper.
Yeah.
Original Magnificent Seven.
Yeah.
Train to Busan.
No.
The Burning.
No.
Is that the one with what's his name? No, can't think of it.
No, I don't know.
Move on.
Yes, keep going. We've got a quarter of this list left.
Frank and Weenie.
Yeah, back in the day, I'm sure.
Kramer versus Kramer.
I
don't.
Yeah, I think I did watch that in the end.
Really good drama, but it's not worth wasting 2 hours on.
It's okay.
Dancing with Wolves.
Yep.
B Movie.
No,
I've never watched that either.
No, it's apparently absolute shite.
Yeah. Happy Feet.
Yep, awful.
Swingers.
Yes.
Coen Brothers Lady Killers.
No, I've watched the original one though. I've watched the Coen Brothers version. Tom Hanks.
Lady Killers. I've seen that.
No, I haven't.
Oh, I've seen it.
Tom Hanks, and he's like he's got the mustache. He's like a southerner.
Yeah.
The original one with Peter
sure I've
Sellers.
seen that one.
I haven't seen it.
About
The new
Schmidt.
one. Yep.
Love it. Das Boot.
No, never watched that one.
Babel.
Yeah, we watched that years ago.
Cloud Atlas.
Yeah, terrible.
About a Boy.
Yeah, love that.
Love it. Princess Bride.
Yeah, not huge on it, but it's all right. Yeah, I've seen
History of the World Part 1.
Yep. Oh, that's on Mel Brooks, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got it out there. I
it's
haven't
good.
watched it yet. Yeah.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
Hidden Figures.
Yeah.
That was good. Man Who Wasn't There.
Yeah, love that.
Akira.
No, never watched that one.
And last of all, Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball, yeah. That's a very good movie.
film.
Billy Bob and Halle Berry.
Yeah.
So good.
Good mix there.
Yeah, good on you, Walter.
So I'm wondering whether he's actually watched all these.
Yeah, I'm curious. Walter, let us know. Have you watched all these movies? And I'm curious, what is your, how do you come up with the movies? Do they just pop in your head? Or you I'm curious.
Or have you got a bookshelf full of films and you go, I wonder if I've seen this one, this one.
I'm actually curious. So write into us, Walter, and let us know.
Yeah.
That, though...
It was a short one.
That was a short one, an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's good.
How good is that? Thanks so much for joining us. That is all we have time for today. Podcast goes out every single Monday on all the podcasting platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Audible. I have to have a sip of water. Our visual element is also available to view on YouTube, which goes out 2 days earlier to Patreon supporters. So if you head over to head over to patreon.com/Dave Lee Down Under, you can get early access to the podcast as well as other perks occasionally for as little as $1 a month.
Cheapy.
Yeah, $1
cheap one.
$1 a month. You can get that for as much as you like. If you want to write into the show, actually I should say the video podcast is now migrated to the second channel, so please need to get the views up on those and the subs. So sub to the channel, please.
So even if you're listening on one of the podcast platforms, get across to the YouTube channel and subscribe to it.
Subscribe, yeah.
So we can get the subs up.
I need to get the subs up to 1,000, so I need like 500 more subscribers so I can monetize. And I need 14,000 hours of watch time. 4,000. 4,000, rather. 14,000. Where it's come from. 4,000 hours. So get watching, guys. Even if you just leave it on in the background, don't do that. Don't do that.
Can't tell you to do that.
Don't do it. So don't do it. If you want to write on the show, you can... Huh?
I said, please do. Not do it.
Don't do it. If you want to write on the show, you can shoot an email to daveleepod@gmail.com. If you're listening on podcast platforms, please leave a review and a rating. It does help. It helps us.
Only good ones.
Only the good ones, though. Don't
and
like
if it's
the bad
a bad one, we'll hunt you down.
Yeah, we'll get you.
Yeah, we'll find you.
Yeah.
No,
and we'll tell you.
Put out your review.
And I'll say,
tell us the truth.
I'll say, please don't do it again. And then I'll leave.
You're being a very naughty boy.
YouTube preview. Last week I dropped my Rugrats Evolution, which is chugging along pretty well. So if you haven't checked that one out, please go and have a look. Give that one a watch.
Yeah.
Get the views up on that one. There's voice evolutions for that coming this week. I'm doing 3 of them. We'll do one for Tommy, Chucky, and Angelica. It's just too many other characters there, so I'm just capping it there. I had one guy was like, are you going to do Tommy, Chucky, Angelica, Phil, Lil, Kimmy, Dill, Susie, Stu, then rattle off all the adults as well. I was like, there's no way I'm doing 15 voice evolutions. I'm so sorry. I don't have the time nor the patience to sit there and do that. But yeah, you'll get those 3. They'll come up this week. Other than that, I think that's it for this week. But there's a lot of really great stuff coming up over the month. You know what I forgot to do today? My Letterboxd wrap for the month. So we'll hold that over to next week because there was some good progress this week on the Letterboxd. So we'll hold that over to next week. But for now, though, guys, thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks
Take it easy. Stay safe.